Hello and welcome to Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Yes! Let's meet the panel.
Okay. I'm Larry.
I'm Kaitlyn. This is my daughter Laila.
Hello.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Josh. What are we going over today, Dan?
The work of Maya Angelou.
Okay, Maya Angelou is she was one of the most remarkable poets in American literature. Alrighty, what are we going to talk about?
I concur.
Just one question this time. What is your favorite work by Maya Angelou and why?
Want to start, Larry?
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. I would have to say I've read about 8 of her poems. I think it was around 8, and the one that would stand out to me the most would probably be A Plague Journey, which was basically her description of day into, or night into day and back into night, and how day brings hope and night brings
The opposite.
yeah, pretty much hopelessness and despair. I could kind of relate to that, and where you just feel like you're stuck, and no matter, but even though you feel that way, when the morning comes, and the sun comes with it, you can't help but get a little bit invigorated. You feel like, all right, today's day, or something might happen. But most days, nothing really changes.
Really interesting because it's literally and figuratively true. What she mentioned about particular work.
Yeah.
Because it just so happens that a lot of crime takes place at night,
Yes.
and on the other hand, within the set, if you're speaking hypothetically, there's something engaging about day and cold
Rebirth.
and insecure about night. Kaitlyn?
I also read several of her poems, and she is a astounding, wonderful poet. But the one that speaks to me the most is Still I Rise, and it's essentially discusses, no matter how somebody may oppress you or put you down, bring you down, she will rise above it and not let it take anything away from herself.
I want to read
And just by reading it, it's very easy to be empowered by her words. And I noticed when I read it out loud, and I can feel myself saying it even with a stronger voice and a stronger tone. And it's just amazing how somebody's words can make you just feel that much more empowered. It's a really beautiful poem.
Definitely have to check that out.
Me too.
Yeah,
Charles?
it's great.
Mine is, and I'm sure Josh, we had this class together. Was it American literature? No, this was young adult literature. Yes. Shout out to Professor Portnoy. Would It Take Nothing for My Journey Down? That's one title, but it's simple lessons. It's very, very, it's a vignette. And a vignette is even shorter than a novel or novel. It's very, very short, but there are lessons in each. And the chapters are about a page. I think the longest chapter was, 4 pages? Not even? Yeah. It's been a while since I read it, but, it teaches humility, peace, and how to be an overall better person.
The one that I enjoyed most in that collection was the chapter about charity, because
Yes,
she
that's
mentions
a very
how
good one.
charity is more than just corporations doling out $1 billion to a cause, as opposed to people going out and filling up the pitcher for an elderly person in the hospital.
No matter what you're doing, as long as
Or, collecting litter from
Yeah.
streets.
You're
It's
making-
an actual act of
Yeah.
Yeah.
charity rather
Charities.
than the
Yeah.
donation of charity.
You should. I still encourage donations, but
Same here.
on the other hand, charity is something that you want to engage yourself in.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes the engagement can be more valuable than money.
It's also a learning experience, and it's it's going to work for you later in life. Karma. You put good out, good comes back. I there were times I would get up in the morning, and this is when I was still in college writing my final paper. I would get up like I am going to get hurt today, and 9 times out of 10 I would get hurt. Or but then the next day I would wake up, and I'm like, something is going to happen today, and more often than not, you know, there was a bake sale.
That's exactly how you should look at it.
I love cookies.
You know, bake sale every day, but
No.
I,
Or book sale.
aside from the
Drumsticks that are cheaper. I'm sorry.
aside from the chapter that she wrote about charity, poem that stuck out just so happened to be the first poem in her collection. Just give me a cool drink of water before I die. It was called. It's called They Went Home, and it has to do with it has to do with the act of being in an affair. She asks the question, why do men love these women so much,
But go out.
but at the same time they come back home to the person that they were cheating on? And it was witty. I would it showed that side of her. Maya Angelou, I first saw her when she was making appearances on Sesame Street when I was about 5 years old.
Before, you know, you guys, where I volunteered to come on and talk, you know, with you guys, I had never read her before. I remembered the name because she just died last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of people in the media, you know, were moved to you know, talk about her when she died. And I'm just grateful because, like you were saying, Kaitlyn, she really is, you know, a very talented poet. Like,
I agree.
the ability that she has,
Hands down.
yeah, the ability that she has, you know, to not only use, you know, language very beautifully and eloquently, but she really gives you a glimpse into, you know, these feelings, like where you can actually feel the sensation almost of what she's writing about. And it's moving.
If you've seen Maya Angelou, or if you have seen Maya Angelou in person, I haven't seen her in person, but if you see her speak, she's very soft-spoken. Her work, she can either have that voice, or she can be really powerful with how she uses her words. And I agree with you 110%. She is a remarkable poet.
I agree 120%. 130? 140? Sold. No, I would, there's something I want to say, and she's not writing from brains, she's not writing from her mouth or a pen, she's writing from her heart. Okay? She's writing from the heart. Now, obviously, yes, she has brains, we all know that, we all have them, but she's using the heart mostly to write. It's like the pen is stuck in the
You
heart.
gotta have a brain in order to operate the heart.
I know,
And
Josh. But metaphorically speaking, she's using the heart as her channel to write.
I think that's a good point, Charlie.
Thank you.
You know, that writing from the heart just can invoke such an emotion in your readers, and, you know, from people that may not have read her before, or like I
Read it.
not read very much of her, to people like Josh and Charlie who are well versed in her work. You know, a wide range of people can be affected by it, and that says a lot about a writer.
In these times of racial, you know, tensions escalating the way they seem to be with all the conversation going on in the media right now, you know, it's good to be able to have somebody who you can read and kind of, you know, see things through their eyes, you know, and look at the other side of things. If that's something that you need to do.
Walk a mile in my shoes, is what you said?
Yeah,
I
you know,
think
I mean, one poem that really struck me in that way was Mothering Blackness. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. But yeah, I mean, just the way that, you know, she talks about, like, you know, she doesn't go into much detail about what actually happened, but it's basically about, I guess, a little black girl who was away from home and found herself amongst some white people, is what I got from it. and was somehow harassed or affected, so that she went run home back to her family, to her community. And it's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful, and it kind of gives you an idea of subjugation and what that kind of alienation might feel like.
I think at the same time, everybody can relate to her. Doesn't matter your race, your color, your creed.
No matter how rich you are, no matter.
I think that her work is very, she can touch anybody.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. And another piece that I read was A Phenomenal Woman. And that one, she just talks about how attractive she is.
Yeah, she can get quite, she can be funny too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't strike me as funny. It just struck me as like, this is how I feel, and men flock to me, and this is why, and again, you just feel it. You just feel. I felt like a strong black woman there for a minute.
It's just a delight to
Let
read
the
her
heart
work.
speak from the heart, Larry.
That's what
Right.
an artist.
Right. Anybody have any final thoughts?
I have something I'd like to say. I think, now I don't know if this is taught in the classrooms K through 12. I could be wrong, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Sometimes.
Okay, so, with that said, I think it should be in more curriculums.
I agree, John.
I agree. Like I said, if it wasn't for this assignment, I would have never.
She's often
Probably.
taught during Black History Month.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
In
But-
February,
Yeah.
she's taught along with, like all the studies that schools do during that time, just to highlight the civil rights movement. And
I would
historic-
definitely include her. If you're a teacher or an instructor watching, or even if you're just a tutor watching this, I would recommend that. I
If
think
it was
we
up,
all would.
if it was up to me, I would teach her.
I would.
If I were advising people, I would encourage them to include her,
Yeah.
but I would have, they would get the final say.
Yeah, you can't force somebody to do it, but
Mhm. Yeah, it's recommended though.
highly recommended.
Right. If you're interested in reading Maya Angelou's work, there are plenty of collections. Her most notable one is I Hear the Cage Bird Sing, or something. I should know it. Oh, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. It was Bill Clinton's favorite work of literature. Fun fact. But here's a collection of her works. It was only $6.99 when I got it at Barnes & Noble.
Hold
It-
up a little closer to the camera.
It
Don't mind.
includes a nice batch of works from her anthologies. And you should definitely check this out. Be sure to join us next time for another episode of Literary Gladiators. For now, keep reading.
And enjoy reading.